Hello. Hello. I'm coming to you now to describe a trick called the cups and balls. This is potentially and probably the world's oldest magic trick. It has been depicted, theoretically depicted, in the tombs of Egypt dating back to 2500 BC. The hieroglyph, the painting shows two fellows sitting next to each other, and they're covering and uncovering something. This conceivably could be this. This conceivably could be a game of chance. This conceivably could be them unloafing bread. Who knows what they were doing? But they're definitely covering something in a person in front of person situation. It only shows up once. So with not having multiple things to connect it to, this either could be a magic trick or nobody liked depicting this thing otherwise. Probably the only thing going for it in its being a magic trick versus a game or something is the fact that it only shows up once. Number of people who play cards versus the number of people who do card tricks, there's a significant gap. So if you only have one representation of it, this may have been the only time somebody managed to note it down. More positive identification of this, we're going to shift to Rome, 5th century, where it was described as cups and dice, which sounds like it should be a gambling game, and a lot of magic is based on gambling situations or gaming situations at times, so that would make sense. But in the description of it, it's referred to as being entertaining until you find out how it's done, and then it's disappointing. That describes most of magic. Realistically, the magician's code, never tell your secrets, is not to keep you from knowing how to do it. This is the oldest trick in the world. It's every country, every place in the world. You can go to the dollar store, and buy a magic kit. 6 magic tricks. Cups and balls are in here for $1. It has instructions. If I told you why I paid for these cups, you'd think I was nuts. When you can get them for $1. But the secret isn't the thing. It's if I do a magic trick for you and then tell you how it's done. You know it took me a long time to learn to do this. And you know it's amazing. And then I tell you how it's done, you go, really? You spent how much time going to do this? And I go from hero to zero real quick. So Rome, 5th century, we're going to jump again, 1475 to 1480, somewhere around there, Hieronymus Bosch painted a painting called The Conjurer. And in that painting, there's no question. It's called The Conjurer. There's no question what's going on in this picture. As the cups, the balls, the audience. There's an audience member standing there looking at the table, all dumbfounded, and there's someone behind them picking their pocket. Yay for representation. Way to represent there, Bosch. But it's without question what's going on here. You don't see me do this trick very often because it doesn't fit. Oh, let's keep going with times first. Going from 1475, we're going to go to 1590, I think was the discovery of witchcraft by Reginald Scott. 1620 or somewhere around there was the Anatomy of Legerdemain by Hocus Pocus Jr. And both of which cover these also. It's everywhere. You can learn this in any language you want. It's out there. I don't do this very often. And you figure part of the reason I don't do it means carrying the table with me. And that's a little bit of a chore. I did do this for my second round in the Royal Bardic competition in the East Kingdom. You think for somebody who doesn't do this very often, I probably don't have that much of this stuff. Because, you know, I've often said, if it doesn't fit my show, I don't really need it. So if it doesn't fit my show, I don't really need it. So I have no use for this. It doesn't belong. I certainly don't want to pay any extra money for extra stuff that's just going to take space on the shelves. You know, I certainly wouldn't want extra. You know. So obviously it would be a complete waste to have extra of these things laying around. Yeah, bar jiggers. You know, and then of course if you have all this, you need like these things. A couple more. Who would want to waste their time and energy on all this extra garbage laying around? I don't know. Okay, maybe I got a problem. Oh wait, there's one. That's a bright one. Why is this pouch so heavy? There's so much stuff. There we go. Wait, there's more in here, I think. Oh, whatever. You get the joke. Oh, look, another one. And this isn't even all the ones I own. These are all the ones I could find really quick from making this video. Notably missing, if you've seen me at pirate festivals, the little metal one I usually use at the pirate festival, I can't find. It's in a pouch somewhere. So, this is a chunk of my collection of cups and balls. Each one's a little different. I might do a video describing individual sets maybe. If you guys are actually interested in the details, let me know in the comments. You might ask, why do I do this if it's such an old trick? I mean, yes, the SCA and Ren Fairs, you may want to do old stuff, but why would I want to do something that was so antiquated and old? There's no scientific anything with this. At Crown Bardic during the second round, as I finished off my cups and balls routine, literally someone in the audience dropped an F-bomb. Holy F! Yeah. That's why I like doing things like this. It does, you know, even though it comes in every little kid's magic book, even though it's been exposed on the internet over and over again, both good and bad, Penn and Teller did it live on television with see-through cups, describing how it works, all at the same time. Does not change the impact it has on people. Again, because people want to see the magic, they don't want to see the workings. If you have any questions about this stuff, please let me know. And if you like this video, please leave a comment. I would appreciate it. And go wash your hands. Hopefully I'll see you when this is all over. Have a great night.